A man arrested for selling meth and cocaine from his house. The St. George community backs Israel, and a thrilling southern Utah phenomenon.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Cannon Sechrist. 54-year-old Guadalupe Lares was accused of selling methamphetamine and cocaine out of his Iron County residence. According to the probable cause statement filed in support of his arrest, Lares sold large amounts of drugs to undercover officers on 3 separate occasions. He was arrested and taken into custody in the Iron County Jail on Friday morning. The St. George community gathered together to show support for Israel on Wednesday evening, and Maury Kessler attended the event.
Hundreds of people gathered at the St. George Town Square Park Wednesday evening for a pro-Israel rally organized by the Chabad Jewish Center of Southern Utah. Various elected officials and representatives of various faiths were among the attendees at an event where speakers called for prayers of hope, unity, and support for Israel and its people during this time of war. Among those who spoke was St. George Mayor Michelle Randall.
Hate and evil can exist in our community. Anti-Semitism can exist in our community. All faiths belong in our community.
Rabbi Mendy Cohen, a co-director of the Chabad Jewish Center of Southern Utah, said people can lose their faith during times like this, and said hope and faith can remain strong as long as people remember that they can rely on each other.
At times, when we need our faith the most, sometimes that faith, it's very hard to keep at it, and it's very hard to hold on to it, and we can't do it. But because we're united front, over here in the crowd, we have people from all backgrounds, from all faiths. When we come together and we're there for each other, we're keeping each other strong.
The capture of St. George fugitives in Mesquite celebrated Southern Nevada's first responders. The event was part of a national night out and brought the community closer to police and fire departments of Mesquite. With demonstrations showcasing non-lethal weapons and canine drug searches, the event highlighted the bond between the agencies and the community. St. George News reporter Jesse Bang sat down for an interview with an artist whose journey took an unexpected turn, which has led to the world of ceramics.
After originally hating her first pottery class, artist Natalie Gula had no idea it would lead her to her artistic purpose.
It's really helped me learn about myself as a person too, because if I walk up to the ceramics wheel and I'm having a bad day or something, it's going to be reflected in the clay. You know, I'm not going to be able to center it or something. And so it's always like, it doesn't let me sit in denial, right? Like, I have to be honest with myself and with the clay.
She throws a variety of dinnerware along with hand creating large vessels.
And especially like my found clay pots, like those pots, I literally go and dig up that clay up kind of near the nature preserve, not in the nature preserve. Using that found material, I mean, it tells a story beyond just me as a person, but I did that series of found clay pots, those larger vessels, when I was pregnant with her. And so it really paralleled me as a mother, me as a pregnant woman, growing a new life inside of me, and then also just making these swollen bellied pots.
Southern Utah's weather is starting to cool off, and if you haven't seen any tarantulas yet, this may be your last chance. Alicia Lundgren has the story.
Southern Utah's tarantulas are out and about and looking for love, but not for much longer. The males have undergone a final reproductive molt, shedding their skin as they become adults. Then, they wander the desert in the evening or at night looking for a mate, and most don't survive the process as they've been eaten by predators, hit by cars, or killed in other ways. Some who do survive may become a female's meal after mating, providing her with nutrition as she prepares to lay hundreds of eggs. Once the season ends, in late October or early November, the tarantulas hunker down in burrows for the winter, re-emerging next spring.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Cannon Sechrist with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.